So dear students, I'm starting my video with complex sentence today, and this is going to be my first video on this topic. But before I start with complex sentence, let me tell you one thing that complex sentence is very much popular in our day-to-day conversation and in writing also, but actually we are not aware of its importance because we are so much habituated to speak this complex sentence. We don't know that we are speaking actually complex sentence. Like I'm giving an example. I was ill because I couldn't attend the party. So here we see that in this sentence we find that we are using complex sentence. So how I'm gonna tell you. So first of all, let me tell you the definition of complex sentence. Complex sentence definition is that it's a collection of some words. First, you know it very well, and it has one principal clause and more than one subordinate clause. Okay, now first of all, we will know that what is a clause, and then we will come to this thing that what is a principal clause and what is a subordinate clause. Okay, so first let's know that what is a clause. If we talk about clause, clause is a collection of some words. As you know it very well, that phrase is also collection of some words. Clause is also collection of some words with subject and verb. The differences between phrase and clause are so many, but the first thing which is very much important, that is phrase is also collection of some words and clause is also collection of some words. The only difference is there that verb, it's only collection of few words but with no verb, but clause has subject and verb both. So this is the main difference between clause and phrases. So as I told you that complex sentence has one principal clause and more than one, it may be 2 or 3 or 4 subordinate clauses. So first let's know what is a principal clause and what is a subordinate clause. So principal clause, if we talk about principal clause, it has so many names. We can call it a main clause, independent clause, and principal clause. Okay, so principal clause is a clause which gives us the right meaning and we get the absolute meaning of the sentence, and it doesn't depend on any other clause for its meaning. Okay, so this is the main thing about principal clause, that when we use principal clause, we are actually getting the whole meaning, complete meaning, and it's not depending on any other clause for its meaning. Okay, now clause is actually the thing is that a sentence has also subject and verb. A clause has also subject and verb. Then most of the students, they think that what is the basic differences between sentence and clauses. So the thing is that both sentence and clauses can be the same. The only differences are there is that clause is a part of a big sentence and sentence is a big sentence. Okay, so clause also can be called sentence because it has verb and subject both. As we know that sentence should have a subject and a verb, isn't it? So in the clause also we find that there is a subject and verb, but the thing is that if there is suppose that there is a big long sentence and it is divided into many parts, so these small parts can be called clauses. Okay, so I hope that you got the meaning of clauses. Now let's move to the subordinate clause. As I just told you that principal clause means the clause which actually gives us whole meaning, complete meaning, and it's not gonna depend on subordinate clause for its meaning. So let's understand what is subordinate clause first. So a subordinate clause actually, it is also combination of subject and verb. It has subject and verb like a main clause. But the only thing is that, subordinate clause always depends on principal clause for its meaning. Okay, it cannot give its own meaning. It always depends on any other clause for its meaning. So this is the main, thing which we can understand. And subordinate clause always start with a subordinate conjunction also. So first let's know about what is a subordinate clause and what is a principal clause in detail. So first of all, principal clause has a subject and a verb and it gives us complete meaning. Subordinate clause also has a subject and a verb, but it doesn't give us a complete meaning. It depends on principal clause for its meaning, and subordinate clause always starts with the subordinate conjunctions. Okay, so let's know what is a subordinate conjunction first, then we'll move towards complex sentence. I'll give you few sentences. We'll do in the board so that we can understand it well. Okay. So as I told you that, subordinate clause always start with the subordinate conjunction. So before we know about subordinate conjunction, let me tell you one thing more, that there are three subordinate clauses. They are, noun clauses, adjective clause and, adverb clauses. Okay. So clause parts of a sentence with a subject and a verb combined, and it works sometimes like a noun, sometimes like an adjective, and sometimes like an adverb. And it always start with a subordinate conjunction. So first of all, I'm gonna give you an example on the board. You see it, and then I'll tell you that what is a subordinate conjunction, and we'll know more about it. Okay, so I'm gonna write on the board, and so I've written a example on the board, so I'll tell you that how does it work. But if you want to know more about clauses and phrases, then please watch my video. And I have already made videos on phrases and clauses and finite verb and non-finite verb. Okay, so just go in my playlist and watch them. I'll give the link in the description box so that it would be easy for you to understand. So let's take an example first. Okay, so I've written in examples. First of all, let's see that I didn't attend the party because I was ill. So first sentence, I didn't attend the party because I was ill. So here we see that, the sentence is, it's divided into two parts. First, I didn't attend the party, and second, I was ill. So here we find that first sentence, I didn't attend the party. So it is called P clause or principal clause because it's not depending on any other clauses for its meaning, and it is giving us the full meaning. I did not attend the party. If someone says that I did not attend the party, it means it's giving us, full sentence that someone has not attended the party. And this part of the sentence, like because I was ill. So here this is called subordinate conjunction. So if we remove this subordinate conjunction, here we see that I was ill. This part is also, it's called subordinate clause. And as I told you just now that subordinate clause always start with a subordinate conjunction. This is because, because is subordinate conjunction. So if we see that, first sentence is giving us right meaning, correct meaning, and we are getting the right meaning of the first sentence. But if we see the second sentence, because I was ill. If I say because I was ill, our sentence is not complete because we have to depend on principal clause for the right meaning. If we want to get the meaningful, understanding of this sentence, so what we have to do that, we will have to connect this subordinate clause with subordinate conjunction with principal clause. So after connecting with the principal clause only, then we, get to know about the whole meaning of the sentence. Like, I didn't attend the party बिकॉज आई वॉज एल। ओके, सो अब ये देख लो कि क्या होता है कि एक प्रिंसिपल क्लॉज होता है और एक सबऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज होता है कॉम्प्लेक्स सेंटेंस में, या एक से ज्यादा भी सबऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज हो सकता है। तो प्रिंसिपल क्लॉज जो है अपनी मीनिंग पूरी देता है, और सबऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज जो है सबऑर्डिनेट कंजंक्शन से शुरू होता है, और ये हमेशा प्रिंसिपल क्लॉज के ऊपर डिपेंड करता है मीनिंग के लिए। अगर मैं सिर्फ सबऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज वाला सेंटेंस बोलूं, सबऑर्डिनेट कंजंक्शन जिसमें है, तो ये वाला बोलूं कि बिकॉज आई वॉज इल, क्योंकि मैं बीमार थी। तो अगर मैं किसी से कहती हूँ कि क्योंकि मैं बीमार थी, तो आगे मतलब हमारा मीनिंग कंप्लीट नहीं हो रहा है। तो व्हाट आई नीड टू डू कि हमें इस सबऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज को प्रिंसिपल क्लॉज से जोड़ देना है। जब हम इसको जोड़ देंगे तो हमें राइट मीनिंग मिलने लगेगा। I didn't attend the party because I was ill. ओके, तो ये सेंटेंस है। तो यह ध्यान रखिए कि अब ये दो तरह से हो सकता है। कैसे? अगर मैं बोलूं I didn't attend the party because I was ill, इस सेंटेंस को we can write it like this, that we can first write the principal clause, and then if we write subordinate clause, we don't have to put any comma in between. But suppose that if you are writing subordinate clause, in the beginning of a sentence, and then you are writing the principal clause, then you need to put a comma in between these two clauses. Okay, is it clear? Now I'm giving more examples to make you understand. So I've written an example, and let's read this example. Ramesh bought a book which was very interesting. Ramesh bought a book which was very interesting. So here we see that, Ramesh bought a book. Till here we have principal clause, and then we have this subordinate conjunction, and subordinate clause always start with a subordinate conjunction. So it means that, from here, sentence is divided into two parts. First part is called P clause, principal clause or main clause or independent clause, because this sentence is not depending on, in this sentence, on this clause for its meaning, but this part is depending on principal clause for its meaning. If we say, अगर हम कहते हैं कि which was very interesting, अगर हम कहते हैं कि वो बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग था, तो हमें मीनिंग किस बारे में बात हो रही है हमें नहीं मालूम है। तो जब तक हम उसको पी क्लॉज के साथ नहीं जोड़ देते तो हमको मीनिंग नहीं मिल पाएगा। ओके, सो which was very interesting is meaningless until we add it with principal clause Ramesh bought a book। ठीक है, तो ये हो गया। तो आपको पता है कि सबऑर्डिनेट जो क्लॉज होता है, that always start with the subordinate conjunctions. So these are the subordinate conjunction. Let's see. After, although, as if, as if, as long as much as, before, since, because, by the time, then, that, whether, if, even, in case, whereas, when, where, why. So these are, subordinating conjunctions, which these conjunctions are used, before the, subordinate clause. Okay, so I'm just, getting aside. Just take a, screenshot if you want to take. And though today this much only, very soon I would be coming with my new video, another video on this topic only, where I would tell you that how noun clause, adjective clause and adverb clause works in a complex sentence. Okay, till then, goodbye, and just don't forget to like my video and subscribe my video. Okay, thank you.